DeepMind has a reputation. When they ship something new, it's rarely a small tweak. It's a step change in what we think AI can do. Today, I'm breaking down their latest breakthrough in simple terms: what it is, why it matters, and how it could change your work in the next 12 months. Let's zoom out. DeepMind's signature has always been capability with discipline. They don't just aim for smart models, they aim for reliable decision makers, systems that can reason, plan, and act. The new breakthrough fits that pattern. Think stronger reasoning, tighter tool use, and better alignment between what the model can do and what it should do in real-world tasks. So what does that look like in practice? Imagine a model that doesn't rush to answer. It sketches a plan, step 1, step 2, step 3, then executes each step with the right tool. Need live information? It queries an API. Need math? It runs code. Need to draft copy? It writes, checks, and revises. This is the shift from chatty autocomplete to actual problem solver. One of the most important upgrades is self-checking. Instead of trusting its first try, the model can evaluate its own output against constraints. For example, write a product email with a 90-character subject line, 2 short paragraphs, and a single CTA. The system drafts it, checks length, checks structure, and fixes violations automatically. You end up with consistent, shippable output that respects rules. Another piece is grounding. Today's models can hallucinate. Tomorrow's models fetch receipts. They pull facts from reliable sources, cite them, and keep those citations attached. For research, compliance, or business intelligence, that's a massive deal. It moves AI from helpful assistant to auditable partner. Now, you might be wondering how this compares to other labs. The honest answer: it depends on your use case. If you're a developer, look for clearer APIs for tool calling, more structured outputs, and better performance on complex reasoning benchmarks. If you're a creator, look for improved long-form coherence, scripts that hold a narrative arc, cut down repetition, and naturally propose B-roll or chapter beats. If you're an analyst, expect models that can connect charts to narrative, with fewer errors and better numeracy. Where will you feel the difference first? Likely inside familiar Google products. Think docs that summarize and cite, sheets that analyze and visualize patterns from raw data, slides that storyboard from bullet points, and Gmail that drafts responses styled to your tone. The power move is when these apps start talking to each other through the model, so your research doc can spawn a brief, which spawns slides, which spawns a task list, all with traceable sources. Let's talk ethics and safety for a second, because it matters. As models gain power, we need constraints that don't just block harmful outputs, but steer the system toward the user's intent. Expect more transparent controls, better content filters, and clearer developer policies. This isn't just PR. It's how these models will earn trust in healthcare, finance, and education. Of course, there are limits. No model is perfect. They'll still stumble on ambiguous instructions, weird edge cases, or messy input data. You'll still need to review critical outputs. But with this breakthrough, we're getting closer to models that explain their work and show their sources, which makes review faster and safer. So how do you take advantage? First, define your guardrails. Before you automate anything, write down your constraints: tone, format, word count, legal notes, sensitive topics to avoid. The clearer your rules, the better the model behaves. Second, build golden examples. Create 2 or 3 perfect outputs for your most common tasks. Your ideal cold email, your ideal YouTube script outline, your ideal report format. Feed those examples to the model. It will imitate structure far better than vague instructions. Third, integrate data. Connect your spreadsheets, documents, calendars, and CRM where possible. The model can only act like a teammate if it sees the same information your team does. Finally, measure. Track outcomes. Open rates, watch time, click-throughs, resolution times. Create a loop. Generate, ship, measure, refine. That's how you compound gains. Here's the bottom line. DeepMind's latest move isn't just about scoring higher on tests. It's about making models that behave like careful thinkers who can use the right tools at the right time and show their work. For creators, that means fewer drafts. For developers, fewer hacks. For businesses, less risk and more throughput. In other words, the AI you hoped for. Closer, calmer, more useful. If you want templates for guardrails, golden examples, and evaluation checklists, subscribe. I'll share plug-and-play versions you can use this week.